Hey everybody, Dave here from Wags Automotive. I don't think I need to say it anymore, but I'll say it, whatever. And well, as you guys can probably see, I got a trailer hooked to the back of my truck, which usually isn't a good thing. And yeah, so I bought something that I don't need. My family's probably going to have a cow over it, but you know, it is what it is. Something I've wanted for a long time, literally for probably since I was, I don't know, a teenager, maybe in my early 20s. Something I always loved, always thought was cool, always wanted one. And they're really hard to find, and if you do find them, they're usually in garbage, they're in bad shape. And I will say, when you see this one, you're not going to be too impressed with it. But I know what I'm looking at, and I'll show you what I'm looking at when we look at it, okay? So, yeah, let's take a look at what I bought, okay? All right, let's take a look. Here we go. All right, you guys ready for this? Okay. You ready, family? Woohoo! Check it out. I bought about the ugliest 1966 Chevy van I could find. Now, you know, we'll take a look at it and we'll walk around, check her out. You know, I'll tell you right up front, I paid $1,500 for it. You know, not bad, pretty cheap purchase, I think. And then I'll show you why I bought it, because there's some interesting stuff about this van that makes it kind of cool. So, all right, let's go, let's take a look. Okay, here we go. Take that off the stand. And we're gonna walk around, so first of all, we'll start here at the front. As you can see, she's a little jinky, kind of ugly. She's got the front bumper, the stock one. That's cool, I like that. We can paint that, no big deal. And she's got a nice dent right there in the grill area, but you know, we can fix that. You know I can fix that. You've seen me fix other stuff. She's got one windshield wiper, and actually when I bought her, she only had 0. But the guy I bought her from has a whole bunch of crap, just like I do. And I convinced him to sell me a couple wiper arms, so I got 2 wiper arms for it. So I stuck that one on, it fit, just to make sure it fit, and it did, so I left it on there. And she's got one T3 headlight, which probably doesn't work, but it's cool. And she was last licensed a few years ago, only in 1989, just a few years after I graduated from high school. So, yeah, she's been sitting for what, 34 years? Hadn't been started in 34 years. Now, is she going to start? Well, I don't know. Let's find out. She says Chevy van on the door here. I like that. That's kind of cool. And it actually has both them emblems, which, you know, a lot of people rob them, so it's kind of neat. And for an extra $50, the gentleman threw in these high-tech, fancy chrome wheels that are Ford and Chevy bolt pattern, which is kind of unusual. And they got wide 70 Stinger bias ply tires on them. And actually, the tires aren't that bad, but they're better than the wheels and tires that were on it. They're back here. And as you can see, that one there's kind of exploded. And the other 3 are really badly cracked and beat up. So he threw these in for an extra $50. So I was happy with that. And she's got some dentage right there, you know, but not terrible. She's got some rustage right there. Not terrible. I mean, you got to realize this, guys. This van is what, 66? Let's see. This van is almost 60 years old. 57 years old. She's got a few dents there. Now here's something kind of cool about her. This back bumper, I don't know where this came from, but I can guarantee you one thing. If I'm driving down the road and I stop at a stoplight and somebody runs into me in the back, they're not going to be very happy because, yeah, see that? That's 3-inch thick angle, or 3-inch wide angle iron. And actually it's, it's actually 2 pieces of 3-inch wide angle iron that are welded together to make a tube. It's got this big thick steel here, plus it's got steel on top of the angle iron. And she's not only bolted to the frame there, she's bolted down underneath to the frame. So she's a beast. Trailer hauler, I guess, if you wanted to haul a trailer. But anyhow, it's kind of cool. I like it. I'll have to clean it up. You know, she's got the taillights still in her. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys this. These are some real high-tech windows here now. Those are, I don't know what they are. I guess you could buy them for these vans back in the day. So they're sliders, kind of interesting looking. They're kind of ugly, but you know what? They're not broken. And they're not perfect, but if I can replace the rubber on them, well, that one's broken, I guess, but it's just cracked. You know, just a couple cracks in it. It's okay. No big deal. It's all right. We got a few dents there, not too bad. We got a little more rustage back here that's fixable. Chevrolet emblem still on the door. I like that. We got holes everywhere. Looks like they maybe had a spare tire mounted on the door there. I don't know. Yeah, because there's holes down there too. We got backup lights that I guarantee you don't work. And we got a gas cap here that's got goop on it. So apparently somebody drilled a hole in it, probably to vent it. I guess, I don't know. Well, I can't tell. Can't see, but we probably need a new gas cap anyhow. All right. Whew. Yeah, she smells a little ripe. A little like paint varnish maybe, which is normal for gasoline that's probably 40 years old. Anyhow, this side here is just as beautiful as you guys can see. Lovely. And she's got the racing exhaust, as you can see. Look at that. Whew. And I don't know how well you can see up in there. There's a glass pack. So she probably sounds mean. In 66, I think they came out with a 250 engine in 65. So this should have a 250 engine in it, which would be the bigger engine. Well, other than the 292 they put in the buses. But this side here, there isn't a whole lot of dentage going on. There's a little bit on this door right here. Not terrible. But, and, oh yeah, we got another gorgeous window here. Check this one out. This one bolts from the outside. So that's pretty cool. You got a releaser right there. And then she slides open. Look at that. And she's even got a screen to keep the bugs out. Ain't that nice? Now you know that's a high-tech window there. That's definitely high-tech. Yeah. I like it. Got the ugly mirrors, but you know, we can clean those up and paint them maybe. Make them look nice. So I don't know, first impressions, what do you guys think? She's ugly, you're right. But she's got potential, right? Okay. Enough talking about the outside. Now let's look at the inside. Look at that. She had different mirrors at one point there, and they took those out and put these fancy West Coast mirrors on it, I guess you call them. All right, let's take a look at the inside. This door does open pretty well, pretty easily. And yeah, she's a little ugly on the inside, not terrible. She's got a little bit of ventilation there. Free air conditioning, I guess you call it, because there's no air conditioning on the van. So, and look at this, the headlights are right here. That's the headlight buckets. So they're easy to get to if you need to, which hopefully I won't, but if I need to, they're there. And yeah, she's had the shag carpet treatment. As you can see, there's remnants left of the insulation they used everywhere. Oh, and she's got a little ventilation up there too. See that in the ceiling? Yep, little ventilation in the corner there. Not terrible, but she's got a little. Oh, and look at that beauty. We got the RV winder. RV crank up winder. Ain't that fancy? You gotta love that. That's right uptown there now. And I'm not gonna crawl up there, but they've glued a piece of Lexan to the top because the plastic cover broke. So I guess they thought it would be a good idea to glue Lexan up there. So anyhow, and she's got, look at that, she's got 3 pedals, which means she's a manual. 3-speed on the tree. There's the shifter right there. And we're missing a whole bunch of knobs and such, so we'll have to figure out how to make this stuff work. That's yeah, that's not worn out at all. Not bad. Now, hey, we got wing windows or vent windows, whatever you want to call them. So we got plenty of airflow between that and all the rust holes and all these fancy RV windows. You betcha. All right, let's crawl up in here if I can do this and not kill myself. Whew. Okay. All right. And we got the 100-mile-an-hour speedometer. And we got, I don't know if we can see that or not. Let's see. Man, I can't even see that. Hold on a second. Yeah, I put some spit on it. Sometimes you got to spit on it. Get my shirt up here and clean it off now. All right, there we go. 73,484 is what the odiometer says. And I don't know if that's turned over once or not, but maybe. And look at this, guys. Now this is definitely right uptown for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop. We got the AM FM 8-track. And she probably rocks out, I'm sure. Not. We got a steel dash. Don't have to worry about the vinyl breaking. And look at this. We got carpeted visors. Now you know you're living uptown when you got carpet on your visors. You betcha. And I got a feeling at one point in this life, this van had carpet. Oh yeah, there's remnants right there. It had carpet everywhere. Yeah, I'll guarantee it did. So anyhow, not too bad. And of course we got an ashtray, which they had back in the day. Let's see what's in that. Well, it's what you'd expect to find in an ashtray. Ashes. She's not a non-smoker, I can tell you that much. All right. Wait a minute, what do we got back here? We got something back here. I don't know, I never saw this. Let's see, what do we got? Probably nothing worth keeping, but we got something. Well. Look at that, guys. Clifford Clark Jr., Highway Administrator, Clifton, Springfield, Missouri. So we got a paycheck stub. Look at that. We got a paycheck stub. Let's see if we can. Somebody got paid $649. There we go, sorry. And then they got a little bit of something here. Net pay was, oh no, they got a original pay was $649. They got sucked all the way down to $493. Woo! Dang, I wish this had a name on it. Huh. That's interesting. Unfortunately, Mr. Rodent and his friends lived in here. And yeah, I guess they decided to make a nest out of the paycheck stub. Dang it. Well, that's too bad. I think they probably stuck something in there because they had road noise and it drove them crazy. That would be my guess. Because there's a piece of cardboard jammed in there too. Anyhow, I'm not going to try to dig that out. We got junk up here. There's a broken backup light lens, so that ain't no good. Whoops, that just came off the visor. All right, so we got no information there. Okay. Well, oh, and we got gauges. We got a amp gauge, and we got a oil pressure gauge. So we'll see if those work. I'm sure they don't. And in case you didn't know anything about these vans, they got a little cover right here. Get our mouse eating paycheck and our ashtray put back. I think we'll get them put back anyhow. Well, all right, they don't want to cooperate. I'll worry about that later. So this is your engine cover. It's got nice thick padding on it, and it's supposed to hinge in the back and lock in the front, but this one's just kind of loose in here. So we raise that. It's supposed to raise up like this, and you can see the hinges back there. So I got to get some pins and put those in. And there's that beauteous 6-cylinder engine, 1-barrel carburetor. I don't know a thing about it. I'm pretty sure it doesn't run, but we'll take a look at it, try to figure it out. Oh, here's one thing I noticed. There is a button right here, which I'm assuming is probably a start button. Maybe somebody was having a problem with this, with the ignition key on this thing, so they just put that button in there to start it with. I don't know. But, and I think probably this thing even had carpet on the doors at one point. Especially if you look at that side, see all that ugliness all over the door. And there's one door handle or one window crank there, which probably doesn't work, but you know, we'll figure it out. All right, let's go around the back side. And open the other doors, okay? So what do you guys think of my Stinger 70 tires? Stinger 70 tires and those fancy chrome wheels. Ain't those beautiful? We'll clean them up, see what they look like. Probably look like crap, but we'll see. Anyhow, all right. Oh, wait a minute. All right, I'm sorry, I forgot to show you guys something. Here's one reason. Oh yeah, Jeezy Joes, I can't believe didn't talk about this. Check this out. Now that's some high-tech work right there. Let's cut a hole in the side of the van and put an electrical outlet there. I'm not sure if they plugged in their boom box there to jam out, or I don't know, maybe they use this for speakers and they just plug the speakers in there. I don't know, external speakers. But anyhow, I'm sorry I forgot to show you that. You guys probably saw it and say, wait a minute, what about that? Anyhow, so yeah, that's on the driver's door, right behind the driver's door. But here's one reason that I like this van. So, of course, I live in BFM in Missouri, and this is in the door here, okay? It says Valvoline motor oil, and if you can read that, it says 12/26/1980. They put 2050 oil in it. Blah, blah, blah. And we go down and we look at all the stuff they did, and then we look at this Pronto Lube 5703 East Gauge, Bell Gardens, California. Well, this truck apparently spent part of its life in Bell Gardens, California, and I looked that up, and that is part of Los Angeles. Huh! I just noticed something, guys. Look at this. The Smurfette, I guess you call her. It's got a Smurf on the door. That's kind of cool. I just noticed that just now. That's cool. All right, and then we come around to the front by the license plate, and right here it says Vandenberg AFB, which means that, yeah, apparently at some point in its life, this van spent time at Vandenberg AFB, which, by the way, is right outside of Los Angeles. So that ties with that to show that that's probably correct. Kind of cool, huh? I thought it was interesting. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. Anyhow, all right, let's go back to the back here like I was going to do earlier. Now we got a little bit of rustage here Not terrible. Fixable or patchable or whatever, I don't know. And we got a little bit of rustage on the inside as well. And a lot of rustage on the bottom. Well, you guys can see that, but yeah, she's rusted pretty darn good. So that's definitely got to be repaired. Oh boy, look at this. That's some high-tech, half-inch thick body filler right there. So I guess I get to do to these doors what I did to the doors on the old 48 Chevy truck, huh? Except there's only one problem I'll tell you about here. And this is the other back door. And yeah, it's got rustage going on too. All the way through, you can see. Not good. And there's those beautiful fancy winders. That one doesn't want to move. Oh, look, it broke. Ha! Okay. High-tech auto. All right, now in the back of the van here, we'll take a look. And like I said, you can see, look at this. There's like three layers of carpet padding glued together around there. And again, there's another one of those fine examples of an RV crank-up window. RV window. RV. You betcha. All right, so we got that in the ceiling. We got two of those. We got one here and one up front. And I don't know if I could fix those, but that'd be kind of cool to have those back in the van. So anyhow, we got carpet everywhere. And the guy that I bought this van from told me that there was carpet on the walls everywhere in this van. And he tore it out because mice had been living in here. And the van smelled horrible and looked horrible. And there was mouse crap everywhere. So he tore it out. And we've got the driver's seat here. So we got that. We got the passenger seat up there. And we got spare trash here, I guess you call it. Let's see what we got. We got carpet padding, which I'm going to throw in the fire. We got this stuff here is actually kind of nice. It's heat insulation padding. I need to put some of that on the bottom of that engine cover up there. That'd be good for that. It's not in the greatest condition, but it's, you know, it's there. Oh, and look, the mice decided to have a field day with it, obviously, so there's pieces I'm not going to be able to use, but it is what it is. All right. Now, well, let's go over here to the side door now. And we'll take a closer look here in a minute, guys. Okay, hold on. Now, the side doors, they look a little rougher. Okay. Again, we got these fine sliding windows. See that? They work just fantastic. You betcha. And we got the instructions on how to open and close the door and latch it. And the latches don't work, so I'll have to fix those. But we got holes everywhere. And we got major rustage going through. And they don't make, I don't know of anybody that makes panels for these trucks. So whatever I fix on it's going to have to be made by me. Fun with that. All right. And we got more rusted here. And look at that. They stuck insulation. I guess if you stick insulation in a hole, it makes it disappear. I don't know. But there's insulation, house insulation stuck in that hole. All right. And then what do we got here? We got passenger seat. And I'll set that so you can see the mice have been living back there. That's lovely. Let's see if I can set that on the ground. And we got an air cleaner assembly. Oh, well, we got half of an air cleaner assembly. So I won't be using that. Maybe somebody else will need it. I don't know. I don't need it. Kind of cool, I guess. And we got a bunch of miscellaneous junk here. This is the driver's door panel over there. That's what this is. There's the armrest. And we got all kinds of mouse poop. Disgusting. And we got a fine, high quality air cleaner that I'm going to throw in the garbage. Oh, and here's the other wiper blades I was telling you guys about. Hey, we got a free screwdriver that's rusted to nothing, but you know, it's free. What can you say? You can't complain. And we got a spare radiator cap that'll get thrown in the trash. And we got a window regulator or window cranks that don't work. And we got linkage. Looks like some linkage for our carburetor. I don't know if it fits this or not, but probably not. And we got a wing nut thingy for air cleaner. Probably fits this. And there's a broken window latch mechanism. And there's a turn signal arm that goes in the column that's broken. Oh, look at that. We got a free wood bit. Wow. Well, you know, if you own a van and you got plywood everywhere, you got to have a wood bit to drill holes with. So that's probably what that is. Anyhow, and we got a free ice scraper. That's very important to have that. And we got a emblem. I'm assuming it might go in them holes in the grill. We got a spare, looks like gas pedal assembly. We got a channel, probably for a window. I'm assuming that goes in a door somewhere, probably a front driver's door or passenger door. All right. And we got Bear barking at some people walking by. Yep, that goes. Well, it didn't want to stay because it's got clips on the back, but that goes right there. So that's cool. We'll put that back one of these days after we fix that dent. All right. Okay, I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to take all this junk out of here and we'll look at the inside. All right, so hold on. We'll be back.